Hello and welcome to sportsbookreview.com. Natalie Rides from here from Team Bankroll, and introducing guests today, big man on campus, Alex from Need for Tips. And we're going to take a look at Tuesday's matches. Obviously, Champions League heating up. First matches from the group stage. Very interesting stuff indeed. This is where it all starts to get going. Personally, it's one of my favorite competitions. Hang on a sec. Other my playback thing. Okay, so Alex, first of all, how are you feeling about this slate of matches today?
Absolutely incredible matches. Of course, the most anticipated one, Liverpool versus PSG, but also the other matches are very nice. Some tougher to predict, but I think that we have leans for all of them, but not as our official tips. We will. I think that we'll have plenty of official tips because starting the group stage, we are recording also our bets, our Champions League bets separately in another sheet.
Yes, exactly. So we'll be keeping a track of all our Champions League bets. And interesting, we've got Tottenham and Liverpool playing tomorrow. What a great match they played. Big man, how are you feeling coming into Tuesday's slate?
Feeling great. Champions League's always a great tournament. Always look forward to it. It's one of the premier competitions, really, in any sport in the world. I mean, you have the best of the best playing each other. And, you know, when someone comes to me and says, I don't like soccer, I say, well, go watch the Champions League. It's the best of the best. I always look forward to it. Even Europa, I enjoy as well. I like these competitions. I only wish they would do more of it in the United States, but it's a great competition. I always look forward to chatting about it with you guys.
Yeah, big man flying the soccer flag over in the USA. Fantastic stuff. Listen, let us start off. Going to start Barcelona versus PSV, Group B. Barcelona 1.11, draw 11, and PSV 26. They are the only sort of real heavy favourite on Tuesday's slate. And what a nice opener for Barcelona to start off with, you know, on their home turf, really sort of hosting the team that is not predicted to leave Group B. I think goals are on the cards. We've not actually seen, though, obviously Barcelona played Huesca, won 8-2 in La Liga. The question is how many goals are we going to see in this match? The bookies have got the over 2.5 goals price super low at 1.25. Big man, do you think we're going to see lots of goals in this match, a goal fest, or do you think it's going to be something like a sort of a 3-1, 2-1 kind of game?
Yeah, I think it's a 3-1, 4-1 type of game. I think Barcelona will handle PSV. They're at home here, obviously. And Herving Lozano is a pretty good player for PSV. And, you have to respect what they've done lately. I mean, they've been scoring goals for fun. You look at the last 2 games for this PSV team. They scored 15 goals in 2 games. They've scored 27 goals over the last 7. So they are scoring a lot of goals. But you look at, again, low-level Dutch competition is pale in comparison to what they're going to play in this competition. I think Barcelona win fairly easily, but I'm not sure if they keep a clean sheet. This was a tough one to find value for me. I mean, you like both, I like Barcelona at over 3.5, but I mean, at 1.65, 1.7, it's just a bit too low for me. I consider Barcelona and both teams to score, but then I look at it and kind of remember, this is Barcelona. I mean, is PSV Eindhoven going to even have the possession really at all? I mean, it's going to be a tough game. For me, I'm going to look to pass on it. I hate to do it because it's Barcelona, but I just don't find a ton of value here in this game.
Yeah. You're really echoing my thoughts, big man, on this game. I have to say the value is looking at that both teams to score. Barcelona do concede, but then again, if they kept a clean sheet, no one would be surprised either. Alex, did you have any luck with this?
I've lost you for a second there.
This match.
Okay, sorry, I've lost you for a second. Yes, I have. I'm on the same line with Big Man in a way. I expect a ton of goals, but I also expect PSV to contribute on the scoreboard. PSV are scoring goals for fun. Yes, they haven't yet met such a strong opposition like Barcelona. We know we talked about Barcelona. We're talking all season long. But as Anne says in the chat, Barcelona's defense is not at 100% right now. So I think that PSV with some great attacking players, as big man said, Lozano, who had some connections with Barcelona in the summer transfer window. He's a 23 years old, very, very good player, good striker. I think that he will have a great career, and I think that he might even score tomorrow against Barcelona. So I'm looking simply at both teams to score. If you want to bet on Barcelona, it's dangerous because minus 2.5 is the first Asian handicap, which has some value at 1.85. I don't know. I don't want to go so far to lay 3 goals or 4 goals to have more value with Barcelona. I'm simply staying at both teams to score at 2.1 in this game.
Hey, Alex, why not just do Barcelona and both teams to score 2.25? I mean, it's unlikely they lose.
Yeah. That's a good point from a big man. Yeah, I think that that is a really good approach also. I think that PSV will enter this match without having nothing to lose. I know that Barcelona will dominate possession, but not like in the last seasons when they were dominating. They were having 75-80% of the possession. Now this is not exactly like that. Yes, they will score, but I see both teams to score. I will remain with that. Both teams to score at 2.1.
Yeah, that was definitely my lean as well. PSV fancying their chances, opening group stage match. And like Big Man said, they've got goals behind them. So that would be a lean of mine, both teams to score. Just also want to say, Prognosticus Deportivo, West Ham. Yes, West Ham won. Well done. We were head-to-head on that one. Everton, West Ham. And he was like, no, West Ham, you've heard it here first. So shout out to you there, Prognosticus Deportivo.
Hey, Nat. I think an important thing to mention in all these games, I always look out for my American comrades here. You have games starting a lot earlier than normal. We're used to games here starting always at 2:45 Eastern. Should be obviously 7:45 English. You're getting games here starting at 12:55 on the East Coast. Very odd time. Make sure you're aware of that because over here, sometimes people just assume the games are always at the same time. This year, you have 2 games, this and the Inter Milan game at an earlier time. So make sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, all season long is the first season with this because marketing stuff. TV sure. Money and a lot of stuff are happening with the Champions League. They want to introduce more times for people to see more action because imagine all games to be at the same hour like the last season. If you don't have 3-4 TVs and one laptop, you can choose one game if you have one TV. So now they are saying, okay, we have 2 games earlier, 2 hours earlier, and the rest of the games earlier in the evening in Europe. Like that, it will happen all season long.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Do note the different times there. Inter Milan versus Tottenham now. Tottenham 2.6, Inter 3, draw 3.25. Obviously, Tottenham with injuries. We saw that against Liverpool. They lost to Liverpool, now marking their second back-to-back loss. Inter obviously not doing so well as well. I know Alex is not feeling too happy about Inter at the moment, losing to Parma 1-0, broke his ACCA. I don't know. I think on this one, looking at both teams to score 1.85, Inter at home, Tottenham obviously without their first keeper Hugo Lloris, both teams to score 1.85 is what I'm looking at. What do you like here, Alex?
Yeah, absolutely on the same page with you. Both teams to score is my play for this match. Nothing else. Dele Alli might miss also for Tottenham. Lloris is a big loss for Tottenham. We've seen what Vorm did last weekend against Liverpool. Inter I don't know what is happening. Really, I don't really understand what is happening with Inter Milan. They have such an amazing side, and they are not able to win one game. And against whom? Against Parma, who are newly promoted. You understand?
He was so angry this morning. He was sent me a message. Ranting. Inter Milan. I know. Somebody wrote as well. Inter Milan bad at home, but they were like, both teams to score as well. Seems to be the bet. But David Garrod is saying Tottenham draw no bet. I do like that possibility of a draw no bet. I have to say when playing this match, if I was to play the outrights. But yeah, both teams to score here. Big man, what do you like?
Yeah, I mean, you have to think Inter maybe was looking ahead a little bit to Tottenham in this game. I mean, Parma, a team that should no way ever beat Inter. But, I read an interesting piece today, Natalie, out of, I want to say it was The Guardian, but Ian Wright came out and talked about Harry Kane, heavy workload, obviously the World Cup, a lot going on. He also just had a baby recently. According to Ian Wright, it could be weighing a bit on Harry Kane. He has a lot of responsibility right now. I know people will point to, I know every player has kids and stuff, but this is a guy that's had a heavy workload this season already. He doesn't look himself to me on the field. Dele Alli's hurt. Lloris is hurt. Kieran Trippier has had not been at games for some reason recently. Song's had a big workload as well. I think Alex's bet's correct here. I would look towards both teams to score. I'm not confident Tottenham could go in and win this game. Inter are a good side with plenty of world-class players. I think the safest bet is just think we can both see a goal here. Who wins? I don't really care. I think we at least see 1-1.
We might even see a draw. We might even see a draw. A 1-1 draw, final time. Yeah, I think that the two sides are at the same level. Both hit and miss at the start of the season. Not really prepared for Champions League right now. It will be difficult because actually they are fighting for the second place, which will qualify them in the knockout stages, Inter and Tottenham, because after that we have Barcelona and PSV. Let's say that I'm weird to see how PSV will handle Inter and Tottenham. I think that they have their chance of doing that. I'm not sure 100%, but how Inter and Tottenham are performing right now, PSV have a chance in front of them.
Yeah, I totally agree with you as well. And if you read the comments, everything, some people like Inter, some people are liking Tottenham, some people are liking the draw, no bet. I think both teams to score. It's an official play from me. Both teams to score 1.85. Big man, are you making an official play as well?
Yeah, I had this one written down from the beginning. Yeah, for me, it's both teams to score.
Yeah, all right. Full house, team bankroll, both teams to score. Next, Club Brugge versus Dortmund, Group A. Dortmund 1.8, draw 4.2, Club Brugge 4.75. Both teams have had a reasonable start to their respective seasons, but Dortmund are struggling on the road in this case. I don't think they've lost the last. Well, they lost to Hoffenheim 3-1, drew to Hanover 0-0. It sort of seems like the obvious bet would be to take Dortmund, but to be honest with you, I'm nervous on this one. I think it's going to be a close match. I don't have an official play, but I was even looking at something like Club Brugge +1 at 1.64, possibly the over 2.5 goals. But it's an official no play for me. Big man, did you find something?
No, I mean, neither of these teams are very good in this competition. Dortmund were horrific last year in this competition. And you look at Club Brugge, I mean, they've lost 9 of their last 10 matches in the Champions League. Just two sides that I don't really want to bet on right now. I could see maybe going for goals here. I mean, generally, that's where Dortmund generally look towards. But and I think Bruges will struggle in kind of the playing a tougher team, but I don't have any confidence in these two teams right now, especially in this competition. I don't think either of them are going to do much of anything in it. And you mentioned, Natalie, Dortmund's inability to win on the road. 1.8 is just not a good enough price for me. For me, it's a pass.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. We've got Barca man here with this. He said Club Brugge have conceded at least 2 goals in their last 9 matches. Club Brugge have lost 9 of their last 10 matches. Champions League here. But I agree, 1.8 for that away win for Dortmund, I think for me is too low. Alex, did you find something you like?
Yeah, I love Dortmund this season. They are not the team. They are not the team that they used to be last year, which was a poor season for them. Now they have a new coach, Lucien Favre. They have some incredible players. They were very active on the summer transfer window. Axel Witsel, Belgium Axel Witsel, came to Dortmund. Paco Alcacer, who our friend Pronosticos Deportivo doesn't like. He thinks that his grandfather is better than him, but we proved him wrong last round. He scored a fantastic goal for Dortmund in his first official match for the team. Thomas Delaney, they managed to keep Marco Reus. with the team. Abdou Diallo, fantastic transfers for Dortmund. They have a totally changed side. I love them. I love watching them playing. And 1.2, I think that this is a correct price against FC Bruges, who are not the best team in Europe. And I think that Dortmund, with their experience in this competition, might take advantage in this match.
All right. Well, I was just reading as one comment was saying, take that take that Dortmund win. So Alex is on that one. This will be one of an official pass though. Schalke versus Porto, Group D. Schalke 2.6, Porto 2.9, and the draw 3.4. Schalke, obviously a team to fade right now in the Bundesliga. 3 back-to-back losses. They do have the home advantage though, but Porto are in good form. Again, I'm looking at both teams to score on this one, 1.83. Schalke have scored in 3 of their last 4, or of their only 4 matches. And all of Porto's matches have gone over 2.5 goals since the start of the season. So I think this could be quite an interesting match in terms of goals, but staying away from the outrights. Alex, what do you like?
You can play Porto with Drono bet at 2.01. You can play the over 2.5 goals at 2.1. I really like both approaches. I will stick with the over 2.5 goals because it has a better value at 2.1. But I fancy Porto winning away at Schalke. As I said at the beginning of the season, Schalke are not good at all. They will struggle all season long. They are not the same team as they were last year. They are a complete shadow. Yes, you have to bet against Schalke till they win their first match. So if Mönchengladbach, Hertha Berlin, you remember that Hertha was Stewart's crazy bet at 5.8 banker 2 weeks ago against Schalke, and it was a winner. Wolfsburg also won against Schalke. Porto, I think that they are a lot better than Gladbach, Hertha, and Wolfsburg together. So I think that with the Drono bet, if we can, I don't think that Porto will lose this one, but I prefer the over 2.5 goals at 2.1.
Yeah, the traplet. I'm going for a straight Porto win. Barca man, Porto, both teams to score, and the over 2.5 goals at 2.15. So certainly we're all in this sort of line of goals here. Big man, do you think anything different? Are we going to see a goal fest here, or are you playing the outrights?
Yeah, it's interesting. You look at Schalke this year. You mentioned they've really struggled. They have. They kind of remind me in this competition of what FC Cologne were last year in the Europa League. Alex, you remember how bad Cologne were? I mean, they were just dreadful. They ended up getting relegated from from Bundesliga down to the second league. Schalke look really poor. I mean, I don't really care that they're at home here. They just don't look like a very good side. I've since, I don't bet a ton of Bundesliga anymore just because I've kind of focused on other leagues. But I think one thing we can always see is that they're not playing well. They have a young manager who doesn't really have a ton of experience at this level. Porto are a team that always seem to get to the last 16. I mean, they got there last year. I expect them probably to get there this year. I mean, 23 straight seasons in the Champions League. They're one of the better teams in the non-Power 5 leagues. For me, I'm going to go with the straight win here. I think Porto can go in and beat Schalke. I'll take the big price, 2.9.
Okay, so yeah, going and play that Porto win. Nice. Monaco versus Atletico Madrid now, Group A. Another match that I'm treading carefully on. Both teams not really living up to their previous form, hit or miss. Obviously, with the granted that Monaco have the home advantage, but Atletico Madrid at 1.8. Again, I just don't think, considering their recent form, that's a price that I would want to put my money on. Monaco, you can get as high as 5.75. Draw 3.6. Obviously, though, Atletico are still keeping their games tight. So with that being said, I am looking towards the under 2.5 goals at 1.73, but just wanted to hear your thoughts first before I made it an official play. Alex, Atletico Madrid, they were a team that you would back at the 1.8 last season. Personally, I'm just nervous on it now. Are you taking them at that price?
It's funny because their squad is better than last season. I think that they still need some matches together as a team, to act as a team before they start winning match after match. Monaco, like Giorgio says on chat, Monaco are trash this season. The same as Schalke in Bundesliga. You can look on that side also. Monaco, as I said last week, Toulouse versus Monaco, both teams to score. Someone said Toulouse are bad. Yeah, but so are Monaco. They both scored at 1.85. They've lost against Marseille at home. They've lost against Bordeaux. Okay, Bordeaux and Marseille are better sides, but they failed to win against Lille at home. This is unbelievable from a side that we were watching how they were scoring goals for fun. Yes, it's true that they've lost their spine. They've lost several key players. They don't have nothing despite Falcao, Tielemans a little bit, but not at that level with how it was with Mbappe, with Thomas Lemar, with other incredible players. So I think that Atletico Madrid will bounce back in this one. And 1 point, how much is for Atletico Madrid?
I found
1.8. Let me play it. Let me take that one.
Let you. All right, you go for it. Also, Barcelona makes a point here. The grass in Monaco is in poor condition, obviously resulting to the unders as well. I am liking the unders 1.73. Do you think I should play it, big man?
Yeah, I think you should. I think one thing we have to remember about Atletico Madrid, I mean, I saw people in this chat saying they could win the Champions League this year. This team going forward isn't very good. I mean, that's always been an issue for this group. I mean, they're a defensive, stalwart kind of side. Their goal is to get a goal and win a game like that. Simeone's never had a particularly good attacking side. You look at Monaco, Alex hit it right on the head. This is not the team of a year or two ago with Mbappe and Lemar and players like that. They just aren't particularly very good anymore. I think, the grass comment makes sense as well. Poor pitch generally hurts. You definitely don't want that. I was mostly looking at pass on this game, but I think there's a decent lean here in the under. It's not an official play for me. I'm going to officially pass on it. I don't generally like to lay under 2.5 goals. I don't want to lay money on that. Sorry, 1.7 is too low. I could see, though, a 1-0 win. You have to think Athletic are just a better side, but their attacking prowess going forward is non-existent right now.
Yeah, and two defensive teams as well. All right, I am going to officially, for my record, play the under 2.5 goals, 1.73. I have been convinced. Liverpool versus PSG now, the cracker match of Tuesday. Group C, Liverpool 2.3, PSG 3.1, and the draw 3.8. Two rock solid teams have really started their campaigns well, both undefeated. You've got Liverpool 11 scored, 2 conceded. PSG 5 straight wins, 17 scored, 4 conceded. I think this is going to be a cracking game personally. Both teams to score is low, 1.44. The question is do we make it a classic? Should we play the outright? It's an exciting game. Big man, what do you like on this slate?
I like Liverpool. I like Liverpool at home. I think to me, when I look at the great teams in this competition, Liverpool are a great team. I think PSG are a good team. I don't think they're a great team. We saw last year, even with all the firepower they have up front, they're still not a team that plays well against some of these big boys. Defensively, I still think they have question marks. I don't love PSG really anywhere other than their attacking forwards. Liverpool, I like them at home. They're in Anfield here. And this is why you went out and got defenders like why am I missing his name right now? Virgil van Dijk. Yeah. This is why you went out and got players like them. This is why you went out and got a new goalie to be able to compete at the high level like you did last year. They're obviously impending going forward, PSG. They always are, but they're just so hard to really graph at this point because the league they play in is just so poor. It's really hard to ever get a thought on how good they are. I think at home, European night in Anfield, they were such a fortress there last year. The price to me is very nice. I'll go Liverpool. I think they win. I think they win 3-1. I'm going to go Liverpool 3-1, 2.25.
Yeah. I definitely think the commentator, the Alex Classic, both teams are scoring the over 2.5 goals. Obviously, their keeper, Alisson, he's making fantastic saves. But PSG are just a scoring machine, so they should be able to get one in. Alex, are you playing the Classic?
So PSG scored the most goals in the group stage history in Champions League last season. Liverpool scored the most goals in an entire Champions League season in the history last season. So we will watch two teams who are scoring goals for fun. Big Man is totally right. We talked about PSG's low opponents quality in Ligue 1. If PSG with this team was playing in the Premier League for 2 years, they would have a chance for the Champions League. To play with high quality teams every week in and week out, to improve their style. In Ligue 1, you've seen what happened with PSG without Mbappe and Neymar, trashing Saint-Etienne at home 4-0. That is what is PSG. They will win again Ligue 1, and they will not win a Champions League because they are not ready to win the Champions League. They are not prepared. Giorgio said the PSG money line. I don't agree. I think that despite playing without Firmino, who missed today's training due to the eye injury from Tottenham's game, I think that there is we have pretty good chances for Liverpool to win this game tomorrow. I think that we will see goals. I'm playing the Alex Classic at 1.7 as an official pick, but also I like the over 3.5 goals at 2.25. I think that we will see a lot of goals in the match at 2.25.
A lot of goals. Very nice indeed. Big Man. Big Man, you're taking the Liverpool win.
Yes, 2.3 Liverpool to win. Yep.
2.3. Yeah, they also said odds are drifting for Liverpool as well. Patrick Farrell says Liverpool at 2.28 all of the way. Should I play the classic? It was a lean on mine. I'm going to play the classic as well. Yes,
I think Natalie, a lot of the reason that the odds are maybe moving down is you're not going to have Buffon in this game. Marco Verratti's out as well. Yeah. Those are big losses for them. I mean, plus, like, I think Ann S makes a great point. When you're playing in this league, I mean, coaching is so important. Coaching's important in really every sport. It's very important in everything. And Tuchel against Klopp, I'll take Klopp every day of the week. They just know how to win in this competition right now. I think you will see goals. I think that's important to mention as well. But this is why, if you're Liverpool, you go out and get the defenders. You go out and get a good new goalkeeper. They're ready to win this competition. I don't think PSG are.
They won't. They will never. They never will.
Right.
All right. Red Star Belgrade versus Napoli Group C. Napoli 1.5. The draw 4.5. Red Star 9. Napoli obviously in second, giving Juventus a run for their money as they did last season, trying to beat them there to first spot. I think goals are on the cards. What just happened?
Oops, we've lost you for a second.
I think we lost her for a second.
It's another It's another power cut, I think.
Oh, we got you now.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. We're in stormy season, so the rains are just.
I see it keeps going out off and on. I see the light flickering. Do you hear us, Natalie?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, very good.
My screen. Okay, cool. If I lose, if I completely go, try and carry on if you can. I think we've got 2, so why don't we push just in case?
Come on, let's go.
What am I plugged into? Normally, we have a generator. What am I plugged into? No, I'm not plugged into the special one. All right, let us go quick. Red Star Belgrade versus Napoli Group C. Napoli 1.5, draw 4.5. Red Star 9. As I said, I think Napoli have got this one. Obviously, it's low. 3 and 4 Napoli games have gone over this season. Also liking the over at 1.98. What do you like here, Alex? I know you're a Serie A.
Yeah, I'm going for a Napoli win, but not more than that. So I don't have an official play because I don't like odds under 1.7 for a single bet. I will use them in an accumulator bet. Just that for this match. Red Star Belgrade, a decent side. The tickets were sold in 3 hours for all their Champions League home matches. That is a record in Serbia. But I think that they will not only struggle to win points in this group, but they will also struggle to find the back of the net against the big boys here.
Yeah, yeah. I do. Barca Man said as well here that Red Star, they've made a flying start to the season, having won all 7 league matches this
Wow.
season. At home, they're excellent. It's true. Now, obviously, will interesting to see how they play with Napoli. I do like the over 2.5 goals, 1.98. I think the Red Star will contribute on the score sheet, but definitely 1.5 could be good for Naka. Big Man, what do you like in this fixture?
Yeah, I think it's arguably the best place to play in Europe. I mean, Belgrade are wild. Their fans have keys to the building. They basically run the club. This is a big time game for them. An Italian team coming in, that is not very good defensively right now. The same old problems seemingly have come up for Napoli. I'm not running to the window to bet on the Italians here. I'm just not. I wish I could get a better price on +1.5. I'd be more inclined to maybe get involved with that. I think they can hang. I really do. I'm going to look towards both teams to score at 2.05. I just don't trust Napoli's defense. I think the Red Star can get a goal. I think this is probably like a 2-1 match. Mm-hmm. I think they're a bit better than people think. That's a very difficult place to play. It's not just it's not just fans screaming. It's this is a big time political kind of crazy atmosphere. Belgrade can be very difficult. I'm going to go with both teams to score. I think it's 2-1 at 2.05.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at both teams to score as well. I'm going to stick with the over at 1.98. All right, final match on our cards today is Galatasaray versus Lokomotiv Moscow, Group D. Galatasaray 1.91, draw 3.6, Lokomotiv Moscow 4.75. Great price for a home win. Galatasaray, I think they have not lost at home in the last 21 games. They drew one of those and won 20 times. It's a tough place to go, Galatasaray, and 1.91, I really like that. Alex, do you like the home win?
I don't know, anything might happen in this match. I was leaning towards a draw at how much is the draw? 3.55.
Yeah.
But I will pass. It's a pass for me.
Really? All right. Patrick Farrell, Galatasaray at home, exclamation, home win. I like it. What are you going to go for, big man?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Galatasaray win. I think they really take care of business here at home. We've talked about 2 phenomenal atmospheres. This is another one. It's always great in Istanbul to watch Galatasaray's fans. Mm-hmm. I don't like Lokomotiv, especially in Russia. I don't really like them in Russia. I definitely don't like them outside of Russia. I think Galatasaray takes advantage of that in this game. I think it's one of the better plays on the board as far as for Tuesday's plays. Galatasaray just are a team you bet on at home. You mentioned, Natalie, 21 straight. I mean, that's unbelievable, really. 1.85, I'll take it.
Yeah. All right, cool. You found 1.85. Shop around for your odds. 1.91.
Yep.
Bet365, 1.91. I've got a 10 bet.
Very good.
So, shop around for the odds. It changes. All right. If we can run down our bets, or the ones that we're actually playing, and if you've got a banker or a parlay that you want to share, by all means, go for it. Big man, what have you got?
I'm going to go with both teams to score, Inter Milan, Tottenham. I'm going to go with Galatasaray to win, 1.8 or 1.91. Liverpool to win at 2.3. Both teams to score, Napoli and Red Star Belgrade, and Schalke, Porto to beat Schalke.
Yeah. Just there's an echo. I think it's just maybe from the power cut or whatever, but we've almost finished. Alex, what have you got?
Barcelona PSV, both teams to score at 2.1. Inter versus Tottenham, both teams to score at 1.8. Dortmund to beat Club Brugge at 1.82. Napoli is a pass. Galatasaray is a pass. Liverpool versus PSG, both teams to score and the over 2.5. Alex Classic at 1.7. And I will also add at 2.25 over 3.5 goals in the match. Also, Atletico Madrid to win at 1.8, and Schalke versus Porto Let me take this Porto with the Drono bet at 2.02.
All right. Cool. I've got Small Man on Cactus, also known as Big Dick Donny. Show me some love. Never forget you there, Big Dick Donny. So definitely love there. All right. Inter Milan versus Tottenham. I'm going to go both teams to score 1.85. Schalke versus Porto. I'm going for both teams to score at 1.83. Monaco versus Atletico Madrid. I'm going for the under 2.5 goals at 1.73. Liverpool versus PSG, the classic, 1.73. Red Star versus Napoli, going to go for over 2.5 goals at 1.98. And Galatasaray versus Lokomotiv Moscow, Galatasaray to win at 1.91. I think my favorite bet, my banker, is both teams to score Inter versus Tottenham at 1.85. All right, guys, that wraps up.
Sorry, I forgot to specify my nap is Dortmund to beat Club Brugge, and my double will be Liverpool PSG, the Alex Classic, and Atletico Madrid to win.
All right, wonderful stuff. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, also Europa League rundown as well. But follow us on Twitter because we post all our links before we go live. At Natalie Rydstrom, at Jeff Naidu, at Need for Tips are our Twitter handles. And also in 5 minutes, we're going to be doing a live ACCA video with Alex across the two champions. It's exclusive for Twitter. So go log on to Twitter and come and join us live. Big thank you to Big Man on Campus. Alex, I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you.
Who's commenting.
Thank you.